If you are watching this and you still have a healthy body, if you still wake up without pain, and if you still have the power to change your direction, then you are already richer than most people will ever be. It may sound dramatic, but it is a fact you can measure. Most people spend their entire lives climbing a ladder, believing that effort alone gives life meaning, only to reach the top and realize the ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. I am 80 years old today. I am sitting in a room full of things that once represented success: rare art, antique furniture, awards behind glass. Outside the window, there is a garden that costs more to maintain each year than most families earn in 10 years. I have status, I have recognition, I have money that will exist long after I am gone. And yet, if someone walked into this room right now and offered me one simple deal, everything I own in exchange for being 20 years old again for just 1 hour, I would say yes immediately. Not to relive my youth, not to fix the past, just to feel what it was like to be alive without limits. This is not nostalgia. This is understanding. Most people never reach this understanding until the key no longer opens anything. Today, I am opening this file for you while it still matters. Listen closely, because I am running out of time, and you are running out of excuses. In my 30s, I believed the biggest lie of modern life. I believed success was a destination. I believed that if I worked hard enough for long enough, life would eventually allow me to rest. I wore exhaustion like a badge of honor. Missed dinners became investments. Missed birthdays became temporary sacrifices. I told myself everything I delayed would be paid back with interest later. I remember the day my daughter took her first steps. I was not there. I was sitting in a boardroom 3 states away, arguing over a small percentage in a contract that no longer exists. At the time, I told myself I was doing it for her. I told myself love could wait, as long as it was paid for later. That lie cost me far more than I realized. We live inside a mental trap called just a little more. It is one of the most powerful traps ever created. You think peace is just beyond your current income. When you reach it, peace moves again. You think stability is $10,000 away. Then it becomes 100,000, then 1,000,000. The target never stops moving, and you never stop running. What you are quietly trading every single day is the only thing you can never replace: time. True wealth is not what you collect. It is what you no longer have to give up. If you have millions of dollars but cannot sit quietly for 2 hours without being pulled back to a screen, you are not wealthy. You are a well-paid worker inside your own life. If your success requires constant stress, constant attention, and constant availability, then you have not built freedom. You have built a beautiful cage. The human mind was not built to arrive, it was built to chase. And modern systems use this perfectly. They teach you that struggle is temporary and reward is permanent. That if you suffer long enough, retirement will deliver happiness all at once. Retirement is the second great lie. I have seen men collapse at 50 behind shiny desks, leaving unfinished plans and untouched dreams. I have seen others reach 70 only to realize their bodies can no longer support the life they postponed. Health does not wait. Energy does not store itself. Time does not negotiate. This is the hidden cost of ambition. You pay for status with moments you can never get back. At 60, I understood something that still embarrasses me. The people I spent decades trying to impress did not truly care about me, and the people who truly loved me were the ones I kept pushing aside. That trade makes no sense. I traded my family's love for the envy of strangers. I competed for titles that no longer exist. I earned awards from organizations that have disappeared. These were meant to prove I lived well. Instead, they feel like proof of a debt I never should have accepted. The lie of retirement is not an accident. It is built into the system. It tells you to sell your youth, delay your joy, and destroy your health so you can rest when your body can no longer enjoy it. I saved for 50 years for a someday that arrived with pills and limitations. I can afford to travel anywhere today. My body cannot go with me. I can reserve tables at restaurants I once dreamed about. My doctor has banned half the menu. Wealth that arrives after your ability to use it has faded is not success. It is irony. Your greatest regrets will not be about money. They will be about emotion. You will not remember market crashes. You will remember the trips you canceled, the conversations you delayed, the relationships you assumed would always wait, the moments you promised yourself you would make time for later. Those moments do not disappear, they pile up. At 80, they come back quietly. They do not shout, they whisper. They remind you that you once held the world in your hands, but you were too busy tracking progress to feel it. Success, as most people define it, is empty. It looks strong on the outside and hollow on the inside. The most expensive thing you will ever lose is a moment you missed. Real wealth is built from strategic memories. Experiences taken while your senses are alive create emotional interest over time. One brave choice in your 20s can warm you for 50 years. A journey taken at 80 gives you a photo and exhaustion. Invest while the return still has time to grow. You believe you have endless time with the people you love. You do not. My father died while I was building what I thought was security. I kept delaying the visit, the call, the apology. I believed the right moment would come later. Later became never. My greatest regret is not a failed business decision. It is every moment I was too busy to simply be there, stop waiting for perfect conditions. They do not exist. Bills will always exist. Markets will always change. Fear will always give you reasons to delay. Safety is the final illusion. No one leaves this life alive. The real danger is reaching the end and realizing you only watched your own life instead of living it. Following someone else's schedule, chasing someone else's idea of success, playing a role instead of writing your story. Fear will tell you to wait until you are ready. Readiness is a lie. Action creates readiness. I see younger people frozen at crossroads, overwhelmed by choices, waiting for certainty that never comes. Your heartbeat is the only permission you will ever get. Growing old teaches one unavoidable truth: time cannot be bought, negotiated, or recovered. You can upgrade everything except yesterday. Every morning I wake up aware of the silence in this house. That silence is the price of choosing more instead of now. Do not spend your life searching for meaning in numbers. Meaning lives in presence, connection, and courage. Happiness is not a prize at the end of effort. It is the fuel you need to begin. If this message makes you uncomfortable, it is because you recognize the trade you are making right now. Break the cycle. Be brave enough to decide what is enough. Put first the things that have no price. The clock is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Every second removes options so you can see what truly matters. So what will you do with the time you have left? Because the only thing worse than dying is realizing you never truly lived.